Hey everyone, welcome. Today, we're going to dive into something really special. How to turn even the smallest patio or backyard into an amazing, thriving sanctuary for birds. Let's get right into it. So this is probably the first question that pops into your head, right? You look at your little patch of green, maybe your balcony or your tiny patio, and you think, nah, there's no way. It's too small. But what if I told you that thinking is completely backwards? I mean, just let that sink in for a second. 400 square feet? That's smaller than a lot of living rooms. And it pulled in 9 different kinds of birds in just 2 weeks. That just goes to show you we've been thinking about this whole thing the wrong way. And that's the real secret right there. Birds could not care less about your square footage. They're not out there with a tape measure, they're looking for resources. And the cool thing is, you can pack an unbelievable amount of those resources into a really small space. You just have to be smart about it. So, what are they looking for? Well, it all boils down to just four fundamental needs. If you can provide these things, you can create a bird paradise no matter how big or small your space is. Let's break them down. Think of these as the 4 pillars of your sanctuary. You've got food, water, shelter, and safe spots to nest. Seriously, if you get these 4 things right, the birds will come. It really is that simple. And we're going to walk through exactly how to provide every single one in a small space. All right, first up, food. Look, if you only do one thing from this entire explainer, make it this one. Native plants are your absolute #1 secret weapon. They are, without a doubt, the most effective way to roll out the welcome mat for your local birds. Now here's the why behind it, and this is so important. It's not just about having pretty flowers. Native plants are the hosts for the specific local insects that your birds have spent thousands of years evolving to eat. And get this, a whopping 96% of land birds feed their babies insects. So no native insects means no baby birds. It's a direct connection. By planting native, you're not just putting up a feeder. You're literally building the entire food web from the ground up. And you absolutely do not need a huge yard for this. You can do so much with just containers. A service berry in a pot? That's berries for robins. For hummingbirds, you could plant some bee balm or cardinal flower. They're like little nectar powerhouses. And for finches, just leave the seed heads on your coneflowers and black-eyed Susans in the fall. These are all powerhouse plants that pack huge value into a tiny footprint. Okay, so you've got your plants picked out. Now the big question is, where does it all go? This is where we have to get a little clever. See, when you can't build out, you build up. The name of the game here is vertical layering. It's super easy. You start with your containers on the ground. Then you add trellises with some climbing vines right up against a wall or fence. Then you can bring in some mid-height shrubs, also in pots. This creates all these different levels of habitat, which gives birds way more places to feed, hide, and just feel safe, all without eating up any more of your precious patio space. And that same think vertical idea works perfectly for feeders and water too. You can use tube feeders that hang, you can use window feeders that stick right onto the glass, or suet cages for birds like woodpeckers and chickadees. And for water, you do not need a giant, heavy bird bath. A simple, shallow dish is absolutely perfect. And listen, when I say shallow, I mean it. Birds need to be able to stand safely. A plant saucer with a few pebbles in it works like a charm. Okay, and here's a little pro tip for you, a real game changer. Birds are incredibly drawn to the sound and the sight of moving water. That little drip, drip, drip sound, it's like a giant neon sign flashing, safe, clean water over here. A tiny solar-powered dripper or bubbler you can put in your shallow dish can make a massive difference. They just can't resist it. Okay, so we've covered food and water. Now we've got to talk about shelter and safety, because birds won't hang around if they don't feel safe. Small evergreen shrubs in pots give them cover from predators and bad weather. A trellis can provide a sense of privacy. Oh, and please, don't forget to use some window decals to prevent those tragic collisions. And this is a big one, folks, please. Keep your cats indoors. A safe garden is a busy garden. All right, but you know, a true sanctuary isn't just a one-season wonder. The real magic, the real impact happens when you can support birds through all 4 seasons. So let's talk about how to do that. This is your year-round game plan, and it's actually way easier than it sounds. In the spring, your garden is a crucial refueling station for birds migrating north. Nectar and early flowers are everything. In the summer, clean water and some shade can literally save birds from heat stress. Then fall comes around. And here's a really important tip. Resist the urge to tidy up too much. Leave those seed heads and berries on your plants. It's a natural pantry for the cold months. And in the winter, you are a lifeline. High-fat suet gives them calories for warmth, and a simple heated water dish provides the liquid water they often can't find anywhere else. I know this might sound like a lot of information, but I promise you, getting started is so easy. We're going to boil this whole thing down to just 3 simple things you can do today.
That's it. Just 3 things. You can do 3 things, right? That is all it takes to start this incredible ripple effect that will totally transform your small space. You ready?
Okay, here it is, your instant bird paradise plan. It's so simple. First, get 1 native shrub in a pot. That's your food web and shelter all in one. Second, hang 1 simple bird feeder. That's your reliable food station. And third, put out 1 shallow dish of water. That's it. Those 3 things together create this powerful trifecta that birds are looking for. You will be absolutely amazed at how quickly you see results from just those 3 small actions. So at the end of the day, just remember this. Size really, truly does not matter. It's what you offer that counts. By starting small and being smart about it, you can create this bustling, vital little sanctuary that becomes a crucial link in the chain of urban habitats. Your small garden can have a massive positive impact. The only question left is, what bird will you see first?